Uhuru Kenyatta understood that a railway is more than just a mode of transport, it's a catalyst for growth. Today we look back at one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects in our nation's history, the standard gauge railway under President Uhuru Kenyatta. This project was not just a railway, it was a statement of vision, discipline, and strategic partnership. It was the genius of transforming an idea into a living artery of trade and travel. First, the genius of funding. President Kenyatta's administration secured large-scale financing through carefully negotiated agreements with China, while ensuring that the Kenyan government met its own obligations, especially on land acquisition. More than 17 billion shillings were allocated to compensate landowners along the Nairobi-Naivasha corridor alone. This mix of external credit and domestic funding showed foresight and discipline, ensuring that financial bottlenecks did not derail progress. Second, the genius of construction. Working with China Communications Construction Company, the SGR expanded from the coast to the interior in phases, each carefully managed and delivered to high engineering standards. In Phase 2A, the Nairobi to Naivasha line, we saw tunnels carved through Gong Hills, bridges raised over valleys, and brand new stations built at Ongatarongai, Gong, Maimahiu, Saswa, and Narak. This was not just laying track, it was modernizing our transport spine, reducing congestion on highways, and opening up our heartland to commerce and opportunity. Third, the genius of launching. Uhuru Kenyatta personally inspected works, set strict deadlines, and demanded accountability. His government launched the Nairobi-Naivasha stretch in 2019, bringing on board freight and passenger services to link the coast with the Rift Valley. By doing so, Kenya became home to live, the region's first fully digital-only banking platform and simultaneously one of Africa's largest railway infrastructure investments, a sign that modernization can happen at scale. But the true genius of the SGR was not only steel and concrete, it was the vision of a president who understood that connectivity fuels development, that a railway can lower the cost of doing business, stimulate tourism, and attract investment far beyond its tracks. Under his leadership, the SGR created jobs during construction, eased the movement of goods, and provided a foundation for future industrial growth. Of course, there were challenges from land compensation disputes to funding later phases beyond Naivasha. Yet the project stands today as a milestone of bold decision-making and a reminder that our country can execute complex, world-class infrastructure if we marry vision with commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, the standard gauge railway under President Uhuru Kenyatta was more than a railway. It was a declaration of intent, a leap toward our economic future, and above all, a demonstration of the genius of planning, partnership, and persistence. Thank you.